Ladies and gentlemen, people out there of all ages, of all species watching the Nyempi YouTube channel, first of all, welcome. You are all part of Nyempi Nation. Secondly, this is what could and likely should be the last time I start a recording session playing Zero Escape, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. This is a very monumental moment. Now, I have a lot of thoughts that I wrote down on my notepad. Not a lot, but kind of just questions that have not been answered. But one answer that I saw when I exited last time is preview. We got a preview at the end of the ending we got locked out of, and we got another one at the end of this one. And these are the two. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, this is, the torture room, the execution room. We have two previews, which is interesting. So preview A, I'll let play first. Seek way out. It's very interesting. It's a very Titanic heavy, right? It's like, it's a lot of the mystery. I'll play it again. Yeah, so it's a lot of it's like, you know, Bourdain, the Ice Nine girl, Titanic. There's the coffin. Yeah, Bourdain, a dead body. We haven't seen that yet. We haven't seen the clover. I don't think we saw one of the things that flashed. Now it is time let our game begin. Then this one we got when Santa took June or Clover hostage. June. I can't remember. But unfortunately, that's the wrong answer. Actually, I'm Santa. This one's all about your wings, staff. Oh, I'm just gonna go up like that lab. Yeah, it's all the lab. It's all like the psychological experiments. It's very interesting that they'd give this to us right before the finale. And yeah, very interesting. Yeah, wings, staff, are there any other exits? I'm just gonna go like that laboratory. Hang in there, Jude. So a lot of that is stuff we've already seen before. Wait. Huh. But, nevertheless, enough yapping. So what questions? The questions I have were Alice, Lord Bourdain, telepathy, and Santa equals 0 question mark. So reload, save slot 13. Not at the prologue, it's gonna start us at the bloody prologue. Yes, so explosion, the amount of times I've seen that. Could you imagine having to replay this on the DS? Like I'm sure the DS is probably the best way to do it, but like, this would just be pain. I'd get sick of this game at this point. Now the keys don't matter. We have it unlocked, but just in case. So this way, we go through door number 1, chart, we talk. We all talk with Clover. But then, let's just go. There's 3 left behind. The room fell silent. Junpei, Clover, and Seven had been left behind. I assume it's June who has been taken hostage by Seven. Yes. Now my prediction here was Junpei was going to tell, because we know the code 14383421. That is the code to the coffin. We shouldn't know this in this timeline. But I'm very intrigued. Clover looked down at her hand and traced with her finger the blue veins and crisscrossed them. Seven shoved his arms into the front of his overalls and scratched his stomach. No one spoke. Silence made the air feel thick and oppressive. Desperate for something, anything to occupy his mind. Junpei walked to the larger of the 9 doors. He stood in front of it and looked at the red. Thread engaged. He moved to the smaller door. So what's interesting is, initially in the other route, they took the smaller door and we had to take the larger one, whereas now it's the opposite way around. The red, vacant. Just checking. 7, Clover, Junpei, Snake. Oh my god. That's perfect. The digital route of the remaining people was 7. There was no possible way for them to open a door with 9 on it. If only we had a snake in a casket. Junpei touched the surface of the door.
June.
He thought about June, about Akane Kurashiki. Was she safe? Well, there was a gun to her head, so I say probably not, for the most part. That was all that mattered to him. She was alive. She had escaped this horrible boat. Huh. That was what Junpei prayed for. 7 came up next to him. He pulled off his hat, scratched his head, and sighed.
So, what do you want to do, Junpei?
What do you mean, what do I want to do? What can we do?
Oh. No. Oh, me and Clover. That's right. Oh. 7 opened his mouth to respond when a noise echoed through the room. So yeah, this is good on Snake for just being really persistent. Someone was pounding on something vigorously. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the creaking. I'm curious if the creaking is something or just a general, like, a passage of time. I've been told, apparently, the ending is 2 to 5 hours long, so I'm used to long endings as a Danganronpa fan. Someone was pounding on something vigorously. It wasn't mechanical, it was certainly human. Junpei and 7 looked at one another.
What the hell is that?
Shh, quiet!
Clover motioned to 7 to be quiet. She put one finger to her lips and closed her eyes in concentration. And 2 to 5 hours for a normal playthrough is at least like 10 for me, so I could be up all night. The illness is trying to determine where the sound
Where is it coming from? Could it be?
Hey, I think it's coming from this coffin.
You're right!
Someone's coughing inside.
Let's open it.
But how?
What are those muscles for? For show?
You're telling me to force it open?
Just shut up and try!
Brute force. Junpei and 7 grabbed hold of the coffin. They tried to get a good grip with what little purchase they could find. Yep.
Damn it!
It won't even budge.
Probably because there's that on it. There was some sort of keypad attached to the coffin. Its purpose would not have been difficult to determine. Their eyes were almost immediately drawn to it.
Not another one.
Yeah, looks like it.
Do you think we have to put in the right password or it won't open?
I think so.
The noise wasn't stopping. In fact, it was getting louder.
Whoever or whatever's inside this thing wants out. And now.
I know that. But how?
Without a passcode, I don't think there's much we can do.
It's not even an indication of how many numbers we put in. Couldn't even tell how many numbers the passcode needed to be.
Isn't there a hint somewhere?
Yes, in another timeline.
Well, let's look for one.
Unfortunately, there didn't seem to be anything near the coffin. Clover ran to examine the pews and 7 investigated the desk, but turned up nothing.
There's nothing here!
Not making this easy, are they?
The sound still wouldn't stop. It was a noise that belonged. It wasn't a noise that belonged in that room. Are we gonna get the cutscene?
What's the
The animation?
passcode?
So this is where it stops.
What am I supposed to do? How can we figure it out? I need something.
14383421. Here we go. The world blinked. What? Suddenly, there was a voice inside of Junpei's head. I swear to God, if it's Junpei himself repeating 14383421. Truth had gone, truth had gone, truth had gone. Oh my god. So to step back from that. Ah, now truth is asleep in the darkness of the sinister hand. Oh my god.
Wait, what? What the hell was that? That voice?
That was my voice. Junpei was utterly and completely baffled. Truth had gone, truth had gone, truth had gone. Left. Right, left, right, left, right, left.
Huh? What?
Oh my god.
What's up?
Seven and Clover ran over to him, but Junpei didn't know what to tell them.
Huh?
It's telepathy. If he told them he'd heard a voice, they'd laugh, or worse, think he was going insane. So all he said was...
Nothing.
He cleared his throat a little too loud and looked pointedly down at his bracelet. There's a pair of small buttons protruding from either side of it. Junpei. Press the buttons. Truth had gone, truth had gone, truth had gone. That was it. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1. 8 numbers blinked on and then off on the bracelet display. Junpei checked one more time. One last time. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
That's incredible.
Huh?
Huh?
Hey, what the hell were those numbers?
Oh my gosh. Are those?
Junpei didn't answer. He simply walked straight to the coffin. Knelt down in front of the keypad, running the numbers over in his head so he wouldn't
1,
forget.
4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
What's the digital root of that number? Huh.
1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
With trembling fingers, he punched them in. Yeah, I thought it said, yeah, Shebe. Or Le Chabelle. Probably an anagram. For Alice. That was all of them. He punched the E button. There was a moment of complete silence. Then there was the sound of the coffin lid unlatching. Someone sat up out of it. I wonder who it is. Say,
No way!
if it's anyone but Snake, I'm going to be very confused.
Why are you...
So I assume Clover knows he's alive. We don't know why he's alive.
Is that you, Clover? I apologize for worrying you.
Aww.
Snake!
Snake!
You? Why?
Junpei? And Seven? Is that you? Is everyone else there as well?
Just like Rip Van Winkle. Still, it was very much like Snake to simply cut to the heart of the matter and ask.
Jeez.
Junpei and Seven shared a wry smile. Clover's eyes were filled with tears.
You're back.
With a cry of joy, she leapt into Snake's arms. Aww. Is that just the
Gently
same
now.
thing as she did with me?
My body's still a little weak.
You're back.
Clover looked like nothing so much as a lost child who had finally found her home. She cried and cried and cried. Her eyes were red and her nose was running. She hiccuped and gasped as if she were about to begin hyperventilating.
You're really here.
Her voice was happy, but almost desperate, as if she feared he would disappear again if she stopped talking to him. Tear after tremendous tear rolled its way down her face. Her small arms strained as she clutched Snake's body as tightly as she could. Perhaps she had to convince herself he was real. Perhaps she was worried now he would be gone the moment she let go. Perhaps she simply didn't know what else to do.
You're back.
Come now, what's gotten into you? You're acting as though I've returned from the grave.
About that,
Not as though. You did. I really thought you were dead.
Huh?
You jerk. Idiot, idiot, idiot.
broke into sobs so great she could no longer talk. It was a touching reunion between brother and sister. Even though Junpei knew they had little time, and every minute they waited was a minute they wasted, it felt cruel to pull them apart. Junpei and Seven sat down on one of the pews, waiting for Clover to calm down before explaining to Snake what had transpired.
I see. I believe I understand things rather well now. Thank you. In the shower room, there is a dead body wearing my clothes.
He took that very surprisingly well. Who is that man? Who is Man X? And also Mercury symbol? There's something to do with the Mercury symbol as said in the preview.
Because of that, you thought that I was dead, correct?
Yeah, I wonder why. He'd quickly and neatly summarize the events of several hours.
Yeah.
9 hours to be exact. Junpei nodded.
You also discovered a corpse in the captain's quarters, and Santa turned on you here, in this room.
Indeedy doody did.
Do I have it straight?
Yeah.
Well, the dead body in the captain's quarters is a surprise.
Sorry, there wasn't a good time to tell you.
Don't worry about it.
Well then, I've got a pretty decent idea of what happened while I was indisposed, but it's still something of a mystery who did all this, and why. The corpse in the shower room that looked like me, and the corpse in the captain's quarters.
Yeah. Wait, where's Ace? Where is Ace? Where's Ace?
Why were they killed in the way they were?
You don't know?
No. Why would I?
The guy in the shower room. We don't know who he is, so let's just call him Mr. X.
Mr. X, baby.
Anyway, this Mr. X is wearing Snake's clothes. But you're wearing some kind of weird robes. That means someone took your clothes and put them on Mr. X.
Kinky.
We need to figure out who that was.
I apologize, but I have no idea who might have done this to me. I only just now woke up.
It's true. Well, wait. Then how were you banging?
I was unconscious during all the events you just described to me. They must have undressed me and changed my clothes during that time.
When were you knocked out?
When we split up to look for the red.
Where did they get you? Do you remember?
It was a small room in one of the hallways on C deck.
What happened?
The same thing that happened to every one of us when we were abducted.
Ooh. Oh, so it's... yeah. Wait, what?
A canister releasing some sort of gas was thrown into the room.
Santa.
I believe the gas is some sort of incapacitating agent.
But how would
Then
Santa...
that means it was...
0.
Yeah.
Looks that way, huh?
There's nothing else I have to tell you. When I woke up, I was in this coffin.
Junpei crossed his arms in thought.
Why? Why did Zero make Mr. X wear Snake's clothes? How would that benefit Zero? I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean? And I have no idea how I got the passcode for the coffin either. Truth had gone, and truth had gone. Where did those words come from? Why did I feel compelled to push the buttons on the bracelet after hearing them?
It's simple telepathy. Seven had asked him about it while they waited for Clover to finish crying. What? He had no answer for him then, and he still didn't. Sorry, excuse me for 1 second, excuse me. Sorry? What? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9? You've got to be kidding me. I'm not gonna finish it tonight. It's 9:30. Oh my god. That's a bigger twist than all. Bloody hell.
All All I know is my fingers moved on their own. It was like I did it subconsciously.
I mean, there's so much to tie in.
I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean?
His mind was a maelstrom of mysteries, clues, theories, and more mysteries. He could barely think.
Also, Snake and Clover had been subjects in a similar experiment 9 years ago.
Yep.
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger. And someone did actually die.
Snake's sister. Santa's sister, sorry.
Her name was...
Oh. What was her name?
Another experiment conducted on this same ship 9 years ago, and a girl had died during it.
Oh, it's all coming together.
Morphogenetic field theory.
EDT. What does EDT have to do with morphogenetic field?
The two murders. Switching clothes. The no-no game.
I don't get the switching clothes. Unless you go like Ship of Theseus. Whatever strange thing was happening to Junpei himself. The maelstrom in his head spat out words that disappeared back into it almost as soon as he grasped them. But as he struggled through them, Junpei began to realize something. There was something that tied all of them together. And the point connecting the dots.
Zero.
Yep.
He's the ringleader. The person who trapped 9 of us on this sinking ship. Zero should know everything. If we can uncover Zero's identity, all of our questions will be answered.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Who was Zero? Junpei had the beginnings of a theory. If only he could test it. Or
At any
perhaps...
rate, we'll have plenty of time to decipher the details later. For now, it is of utmost importance that we escape. Junpei, it was 4:30 the last time you checked the clock, yes? That means we have less than an hour.
Well, we didn't hear the ring, so we have more than an
We
hour.
must hurry.
Hey, how are we gonna get out of here?
Isn't that obvious? Through the other number 9 door.
Yeah. 5, 4, so yep.
Oh yeah, you're right. With Snake, we can open the door.
Don't tell me you hadn't figured that out.
As they sniped back and forth, Junpei glared at Snake's left hand. He was wearing a bracelet with a 2 on it.
Come on, you gotta tell me these things.
I, assumed you'd figured it out.
Forget it. Let's just get going.
7 stomped off towards a smaller number 9 door. Clover, Snake, and Junpei followed. 7 quickly laid his hands on the red, and asterisks appeared on the screen. Junpei and the others followed suit and laid their hands on the scanner panel. Soon there were 4 asterisks on the screen. 7 glanced at them and laid his hand on the lever of the
All
red.
right, you guys ready to go?
Yes.
Damn, red E to go.
Yep.
Junpei paused for a moment.
Not yet.
Ooh. Turn all day.
Before we go in, I'd like to check something.
What?
You want to check something?
Yeah, but before I do, 7, could you pull the lever?
Am I checking if you don't have to
I
put
want to
your
make
hand
sure
on the
we can
scanner?
verify with just the 4 of us.
What do you mean? We don't need-
Interesting.
Just do it, all right? But if the door opens, don't go in yet, okay? Please, this is really important.
Is it?
I really need to check this, okay? Work with me here.
Junpei looked directly into Seven's eyes. The older man looked back for a moment, then nodded.
Fine.
Seven pulled down on the lever and 9 creaked open. Then they waited. 6, 7, 8. After 9 seconds, the door closed.
All right, that means the 4 of us can go into door 9.
So, we knew that already. It's obvious.
Obvious. Yeah, you're right. It is. Now, what happens if we add Zero's bracelet?
Ooh.
What?
Zero's bracelet?
Why don't you take it out, Clover?
For a moment, Clover looked surprised, but she recovered quickly and stuck her tongue out at Junpei.
So you did know I had it.
Mhm.
I picked it up because I thought it might be useful sometime.
She reached into one of the pockets of her voluminous jacket and produced a bracelet. Junpei took it from her and turned to Seven.
This was on the left hand of the corpse in the captain's quarters. If you look at it, you can see it's got a 0 on the face. Just to make this a little easier to talk about, I'm gonna call the guy we found dead in the captain's quarters, Cap.
Cap?
Then I should be able to open door 9 with just me, Clover, and his bracelet.
Yeah.
Though the big question is, if Cap is the mastermind of this game... Anyway, let's just give it a shot. Clover, give me your hand.
Okay.
Now the captain's bracelet. And pull the lever.
However, the door didn't open. The reds display read error.
I knew it. Now, what does this tell us?
Maybe the bracelet has to be on your wrist in order for it to work?
No, that's impossible. Did you see how the panel showed a third asterisk when I scanned Cap's bracelet? Whether or not it's on your wrist doesn't matter. All you have to do is put the bracelet near the panel for it to register.
Seven waved his bracelet in front of the scanner panel. Sure enough, a single asterisk appeared on the right.
Huh. Looks like you're right.
See? So what does that mean? There's only one possibility.
We still know. Yup.
That bracelet isn't the number 0. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
That's right.
Then what number is it?
6.
Let's find out.
Junpei. Scan the bracelet. Oh boy. So if it's 6, which means... oh god. Okay. 2 plus 5 plus 6? No. 2 plus 4 plus 6? No. 2 plus 5 plus 7 plus 6? No. 2 plus 4 plus 7 plus 6? No. 7 plus 5 plus 6? Yes. And just to check, 7 plus 4 plus 6? No. This
Let's
one's
try 7, me, and Cap.
7.
If this combination opens the door...
There you go.
Hey, it opened! The door opened!
What? Why? What does that mean?
What do you mean? We just said what it means if the door opens. Both Seven and Clover seemed rather shaken. Huh. Damn. Dumbledore died. The other one. As I turn to look at Junpei for answers. And there it goes. As I both turned to look, the door slid heavily shut. Junpei
Isn't it
raised an
obvious?
eyebrow.
Cap's bracelet is number 6.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that would make sense, because Snake is not what I'm talking about. Center is 3. So 3 and 6.
But doesn't it say 0?
This isn't a 0. The symbol on here isn't a number 0. It's a letter O.
Oh.
Oh.
That's what I said. Hexadecimal? Hold on. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. 15. 15 plus 9. 24. And the digital root of 24. Or I guess you could, it doesn't matter, it's still 24. 24 plus. Plus what? What did I scan? Plus, who did I scan it with? Plus 7 plus 5 is 36.
Oh.
It's 24.
Whoa, wait a minute. I don't get it. I mean, we figured out that Cap's bracelet is 6, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean there are 2 people with 6s?
No. Snake spoke up.
There is most likely only one person with a 6.
He is just 24.
But I don't get it. What about June?
Well, this is only an educated guess, but I think June's number was never 6 to begin with.
What?
Her bracelet
Is a 9?
was flipped.
No.
In other words, June's real number is...
9.
That doesn't make any sense.
That seems the most likely.
Then all this numbered door stuff was just a load of crap?
What?
Why would you say that?
Because if June is 9, then the numbers wouldn't match up.
Unless someone else is something else. Clover grabbed Junpei's notebook and began to write furiously.
Here, look.
Yep, there's a Sharpie sound. Junpei leaned over
List
to
of all the numbered doors June's gone through.
Yeah.
I'll let you know what I'm writing, okay, Snake?
Yeah.
And that's everything.
Yeah.
I wrote down which door she went into and with whom. And I wrote what all the numbers were. So if you switch 9 in wherever there's a 6, the numbers don't work.
Well. Yeah.
If the digital root is
Yeah.
7, then you can't open door 4. If the digital root is 2, then you can't open door 8.
Clover, do you notice anything interesting on that list?
Every single one has Santa. Oh. Oh no.
What do you mean?
You're talking about 3, right?
Yeah.
3?
Santa's always in the room with her. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Then Santa's. Wait. So instead of 6 and 3, it's 9 and 0. It's 9 and 0. Santa is 0. Santa is 0.
What about it?
They're gonna figure it out.
That's quite simple, really. You told me that the first time you came to this room, Santa was the first to refuse to leave June behind.
Oh.
Now, doesn't that beg the question why? Why would Santa do such a thing? The answer is easy. Because Santa can't open door 9 with only 7 and Lotus.
7 and Lotus. Yes.
Of course, there's only one reason for that. His number isn't actually 3.
It's 0.
Santa's real number,
0. Zilch. Nada. Nothing.
7. Would you be so kind as to modify my sister's equations?
Yeah, sure.
7 took the pen from a confused Clover, began to adjust her calculations.
This is what you were getting at, right, Snake?
Yup. He read out the changes he'd made. When he finished, he looked at Snake. Snake
Thank you.
smiled.
That is exactly right, 7. Santa's true number wasn't 3. It was 0.
What a bombshell that I definitely didn't call like 3 episodes ago. And we will continue this on our pilgrimage of the final route. It just keeps on going. It just keeps on going. I was wondering how we wouldn't get to the library and the study, but I guess we will. So I'm almost certain we're going to reach episode 69. But until then, I'll see you in episode 68.